Hey guys, Tyre here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Eindhoven country. Today spawning in the north, we've got Purposeless playing as Ostheer, and his loadout is Strategic Reserves, Fortified Armour, and Jaeger Infantry. Teaming up with him is Xmetal, playing as COH2, straight away locking into Fortifications. Face off against him, we have Toyvendor playing as Soviet, straight away locking into Armoured Assault. And Pineapple, the Fruit Dude, also playing Soviets, who has Counterattack, Tank Hunters, and Soviet Industry. So early skirmish there for the fuel. Stern Pyre is backed up by the Kubel coming out on top, but now conscripts coming in from a different angle. Onto this point here, but machine gun changing angles here should be able to force away these conscripts. Yeah, retreats before they even get a burst off with that MG. Close closer distance on the conscripts, but didn't continue the chase. Conscripts get behind heavy cover and should eventually win that engagement because of that, but Axis did harass this fuel for a decent chunk of time here. So they're off to a pretty smooth start. Oh, I forgot to cover ranks. We got into the action so quickly this time. Purposeless around rank 50 random. Xmetal around rank 200 random. And around rank 100 allied range team. It's dropping low here, but so are the Fox. Do make it out alive though. Oh, double conscripts here pushing onto the fuel, pushing onto the cutoff. And Purposeless was a little bit late starting that third grenadier there. Coming back in. Got a flamethrower here now. But that's getting focused down quickly. Tempo's going to go for the chase, and they get the wipe. Late retreat. Squad down. Pineapple instantly rebuilding that. Is he is squad down as well? Yeah, floating a little bit too much manpower. Should have had a fourth conscript out by now. Got a battle group going down for Xmetal. Bit of light infantry though. Going for only 2 Volks in a Kubel. Generally you see 3 Volks in a Kubel. So I'm not going to be able to fully punish the Fruit Dude for being light on infantry, because he is also light on infantry. And sometimes you'd see a build like this combined with Jaeger lights. Maybe with Jaeger, but not the case here. Xmetal doesn't have access to those. So I suppose it's going to have to be MG34 spam, but yeah, I do think going for one more squad of infantry is the right call. G42 coming in, but conscripts get out of the danger zone. And unusual split to the map. You don't often see it split in half like this. The Axis going deep into Allied territory time and time again. And eventually, you know, Toyvendor switching sides, coming across here and having a lot of success.
The sector is at risk.
Push down here onto the cutoff. A little bit of light cover there for the conscripts, and yeah, they give up. 2v1 scenario. Might have been okay to try and focus fire down that low health Volk. Try drop 2 or 3 models off that before retreating. That's alright. Oh, conscripts behind the sandbags here. Oh, suppression kicks in at a pretty good timing.
supply sector.
Combat engineers coming in from the side. It would be better if they're maybe slightly across. There might be one or two models and still not firing from the correct direction, but he actually switches across and goes for a mine instead. Doesn't get them involved in the fighting. And backing that up with a super fast tier 3 into a quad. Just going to hit their field at basically the same time as this flak half track. That still needs to be upgraded though, and that is underway. Probably explains why he didn't go for another flamethrower on his second combat engineer. Conscripts away from the Grenadiers, but kind of run right into the turnpikes and then have to get out of there. Here it comes. Quad upgrade completes. Trying to avoid getting snared here. I'm going to try to put some damage onto the MG34. A calf track coming down the road triggers a tripwire. And this is a bit of a tricky matchup between the quad and the flak half track. All half track matchups are pretty interesting. Quad can fire on the move, so it does have that as a pretty big advantage. So if in any stage, you know, the flak half track finds itself in a compromised position and has to run away, you're generally in big trouble. Especially since the quad got the buff to its moving performance a while ago. There's a little bit more damage while it's on the move. There we go. Flak half track opens up, gets a few shots in. We'll retreat there from Toyvendor. Looks like he's saving for the T-70, about to hit that timing now. Full upgrades here as well. Molotovs and AT grenades. Interesting. I've slowed down this T-70 a little bit. Oh, and it's the quad that comes out on top. The flak half track exposing its rear armor, allowing so many more of those bullets to penetrate. Looked like that made the difference there. Yeah, that's another detail about that matchup. That's important. Quad, you know, doesn't have excellent penetration, so whether it faces the front or the rear armor does matter quite a lot. Oh, that was a lucky break. It looked like the Shrek shot missed there. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure the quad would have gone down. T-70 pushing forwards, conscripts coming in from multiple angles here. They are all suppressed at the moment. Oh, they managed to get the Molotov off, okay. There's a pack coming up, not too far away. T-70, gotta be careful. Make sure he doesn't get it Fausted. Right, pack gets in shot, in range for a shot. There goes the T-70.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
And it looks like Xmetal just going to leave the Kubel on its infantry awareness mode. What's it called? Detection? Yeah. Using it for the scouting information. Okay, Faust and a Kitten or a Shrek, I'm not sure. Either way, T-70 quite wounded. Looks like he's thinking about chasing in here with the Shrek. But decides not. 2 conscripts helping defend the retreat path there. Oh, he's coming down the middle a little bit. Those low health grenadiers are going to drop models very quickly. Needs to retreat. We better to do that earlier, save a bit of that manpower. Comes the quads. Oh, I thought he got a range there for a Faust, but didn't have the munitions for it. And one trick shot does connect, however. Pack nearby. Oh, this time not so lucky. The Raket missed, but the pack connected and a little bit of small arms damage adds up there. Making the difference. That was extremely close. I think the quad, I don't know, had like 5 more health there. I think we would survive, but a little small arms damage made the difference. Probably justified, given how many misses we saw from the Shrek and the Raketten. And the T-70's not having much luck so far, taking a shot, having to pull back for repairs. Hasn't done too much damage. Might be an idea to try send it towards the flanks a little bit more, away from the AT guns which have been clustered near the center. Pineapple kind of just camping out on the far flank behind heavy cover, locking down that territory, but generally not the best idea when playing Company of Heroes. Just leave units camping behind cover, waiting for enemies to engage for extended periods of time. There's putting some mines down behind this though, so helping defend that territory. And there are a lot of them, which are going to be quite good. Even the Xmetal has gone for that Shrek, doesn't have the sweeper. And you know, that is his side of the map as well. So we might not see some Pyos over there with sweepers anytime soon. Especially given that they are a random team. Okay, now a T-70 coming in from a different angle. Followed by a flood of conscripts. Here we go, they find out the hard way about the flak base, gets a few good hits on the conscripts, forcing them away. A little bit of a late retreat on this squad. I think they're going to survive. Oh, well, I spoke too soon, they did not survive. Panzer IV in production for Purposeless. Surprise, try and soften up those LMGs, and he goes for a full retreat. Interesting. He's getting some damage in as the conscripts try to go for the tripwire flare there. The conscripts just getting picked apart here. Those LMG overs ripping right through. Send a grenade and wins that engagement, but I think Volks could just charge in and win that still. These conscripts not even Vet 2 yet. And once again running into the Shred. It hasn't moved, it's in the same position. Forcing a retreat. Hopers in the retreat path though are suppressed. T-70 coming in, getting some hits. Pack. Panzer IV and Raketten nearby. This is a dangerous position to be. If attack ground action could go a long way. P4 misses that shot though. T-70 should survive, and the Zis forcing back the Panzer IV. Fruit Dude has gone for Soviet industry. Still floating way too many resources, both of the allied players. Seems to be a bit of an issue for them so far this match. Especially Pineapple Fruit Dude. Looks like he's going to invest into another machine gun now. Still 1.5 command points away from the KV2, and I imagine he's going to save for that. And just put down his tech. Do have 2 Zis on the side of the Axis, so do have some anti-tank to help fight off this Panzer IV. Try to plant a mine, get spotted. Oh, Molotov in. And now I think the conscripts are going to win that engagement. Here we go, Molotov's making a difference. Oh, that's a big Zis barrage onto both those team weapons. They'll both survive though. Speaking of Molotovs, another one into the center. Got a bundle grenade back the other way. Let's try and stick around, get a few model kills on those low health support weapons, but suppression kicks in, has to get out of there. Before coming around the corner here, Zis might have a few issues with sight blockers. Just coming forwards, P4 gets a shot on it there, and it's very low in health. Looks like he's trying to pull it back. Nice attack rounds from Purposeless. Oh, we're kitten coming down the centre. The T-70 dodges away. Should be fine. Still a squad of conscripts locking down that side. And the VPs are ticking against the Axis. About to drain under 300 now. Oh boy. Just in a risky position here. He's forgotten about it, looks like. Gonna get decrewed. I wonder if it was bugged even. Semi grenade in. It was only hitting 1 or 2 models there. A little bit too shallow of a throw. So missed an opportunity there. I think he could have ooh-right in and got the AT grenade off, slow down the Panzer IV. It looks like he's still going to be able to get it off. Purposeless stops there for some reason. In fact, 2 AT grenades. Not at risk of dying though, but longer repair time. That being said, Toyvendor does kind of need to start saving the IL-2 Sturmovix. And look at this. Triple fuel cache down from Purposeless. Does have like a pretty reasonable army, you know, 4 Grents. Maybe could do with 1 extra squad of Pioneers. Pack machine gun, it's a good base that you can fight from. Not going to get caught short majorly by anything. So yeah, chooses to invest a tremendous amount of manpower into 3 caches. Really wants to make sure he gets that elephant on time. And that is a Soviet mortarfoot Toyvendor. I saw it earlier in the middle. Sneaking around the side here. Could even get lucky with the wipe. No, he decides to ooh-rah into the VP instead. And triple MGs shut that down fast. Here comes T-70. Oh, rifle grenade into the tree path. Nice idea. It's a couple models. Oh, there's the big boy, the KV2 for Pineapple, the fruit dude. And connecting with the building there. I see this Kugel. You've been used in detection mode. It's a savvy move. Oh, a whole bunch of his mines here going to get swept up now. Xmetal making use of his commander. Ooh, T-70 coming in, and that could be the end of those overs. 32. Ooh, finishes the job. That is a costly loss. KV-2 is a bit of a weapon, you know, it's got really good AoE. Once again, it's one of those vehicles that does seem to benefit from attack ground shots quite a lot. So if you got the micro, give it a go. Good alternative to the IS-2. Yeah, and there we go. Grenadiers go down. Target weak point from the pack, though, getting a few hits on the KV-2 here. And a whole bunch of shots bouncing off it. There's the IS-2. Panzer IV about to run into it. So both of the allies have their heavy tanks. But Purposeless, thanks to those fuel caches, definitely has enough for the elephant. It's got the elephant and change now. Plenty of fuel coming in. Maybe could have gone for one less cache. Just needs the command points now. Back in a good position once again. And here's the big boy for Xmetal. The King Tiger, so it's gonna be a heavy tank affair. But generally, you know, the King Tiger elephant combo works pretty well. Enough damage for an engine critical there. Target continues on its path. There's the Zeus right there. And now we'll be able to take engine damage. Before coming down the side. Oh well, once again a Zeus to lock that out. And this is the point in the game where we think rocket artillery. Quite a few team weapons on both sides, especially on the allied side. King Stuka will go a long way. Or Xmetal also has the howitzer. Fair option. Oof. And there we go. As soon as he got the command points, he calls it in. No mucking around. Few support guns softening up the Ostheer as well. But the Axis have stabilized. You know, they were down by a much larger VP score not so long ago. But they've had pretty good control over the middle the last couple minutes. Sweepers out here clearing out the S-mines again, but that's really good stuff from Xmetal so far. Remembering to plant those S-mines. Speaking of S-mines, being triggered there by the T-34. Ooh, pack very, very low in health, needs to pull back. An interesting ploy here, a bunker to cover this angle. Here comes the elephant. Into Tiger rolling down the middle. Ooh, bit of friendly fire there from the KV2. Looked like that was an attack round. Oh, and the combat engineers go down to the King Tiger. Oh, IS-2 and Zis getting some shots on. King Tiger in a little bit of trouble. The IS-2 unable to chase down. The Elephant was there. Got double AT guns for Toyvendor. Oh boy, T-34 is going in after the King Tiger. I think he still needs 2 more shots to kill, and he's not going to get them. Ends up going down. KV2 coming in. Rear armor exposed. Not goes after the Raket in there. Now KV2 pulling back. P4 blitzing in now after the KV2 popping smoke. I think this is a suicidal move, and this is where the KV2 is let down. Seems not to be quite as good in the tank battles. But even when it deflects, it does deflection damage. So even when it fails to penetrate, it still does quite a lot of damage. Looks so good against all targets, even heavily armored ones. But yeah, those kind of on the move shots where you're relying on scatter shots or relying on just like the right click to hit a vehicle. It's just not as reliable. Grenade in, conscripts dodge forwards. And they get smoked out. I don't see any corpses there, but that was a close call. The complaint getting shot down. And you know, it doesn't even have the quad anymore. That was just from the machine gun upgrade on the IS-2. Yeah, there you go. A demonstration of the KV2's power right there. You know, there wasn't like a super high health score, but 4 models, somewhat low health. And the AoE on that really shines. Toyvendor's mortar to Vet 2 now. 0 kills, but Vet 2 must have been doing a lot of damage. And it is going to be a howitzer for Xmetal. Putting it, you know, slightly forwards to try and get slightly better scatter on it, but also not right next to his tech truck, so it can't just get nuked out by like indirect fire, all targeting this one spot. Try to spread it out a little bit, which can also be good if you're up against like an IL-2 bombing run or something as well. Looks like he's set up the KV2, doing some long range hits from behind the building. And there's a maze of AT guns as well, protecting that. Now needs a few mines though. A little bit more backup for the KV2. Because in that period where it's packing down, it is very, very vulnerable. Booby trap goes off there, a lot of health damage. This is 2 squads off. The Xmetal has been doing, you know, a lot of those nice little touches. S-mines, booby traps. Now he's coming in. Recon plane up. Elephant not getting super aggressive, just the King Tiger coming forwards here. But he's got the howitzer. He's got the howitzer and he's going for the base barrage. Okay, that's a little bit unusual. Empire Shreks take care of the repair station. And now rocket artillery, but somehow just lands in a perfect circle. Look at that. Around the Zis, be it any damage to it. Unlucky scatter. Purposeless. And King Tiger on the march down. You see there the deflection damage, still doing damage to the King Tiger even when it fails to penetrate. And now engine damage onto the King Tiger. That's going to slow it down for a very long time. IS-2 coming across now. Elephant way far behind. No support at the moment. And SU-85 is here now as well. King Tiger could be in a bit of trouble. Elephant still a little bit too far back, but here he comes now. Oh, Elephant misses the first shot on the SU-85, but it's enough to deter it from chasing in. It's just going to be the IS-2 on a solo mission versus the King Tiger. I think the King Tiger is healthy and well armored enough to get away here.
The enemy has silenced one of our anti-tank guns.
And there we go. Oh, and main gun crit, and maybe you'll go back in now. No. Guess he just doesn't want to take that trade, IS-2. King Tiger.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Oh, Elephant doing a nice job there. Finishing off the decrewed AT gun. And in come the planes finally for Toyvendor. Maybe it could have been nicer if he activated them a little bit earlier. That's alright. And there we go, Katyusha barraging. Kind of going for some scare shots, doing actually a lot of damage to the Werfer. Speaking of, the Werfer got 8 kills with that barrage. Maybe 7. It's Vet 1, a lot of damage. Yeah, there's also damage now. Needs some repairs. Maybe we'll get to that after the Elephant.
We are down to 200 points.
Yeah, it looks like maybe the Allies are thinking about gearing up for a push on this truck. Positioning their support weapons in this direction. They're targeting the howitzer here, Katyusha barrage. Elephant gets the shot in. But no follow-up. That's both players have a Katyusha, yes. And they both seem to be targeting the same region. Big shot there onto the KV-2. But this is maybe, you know, where the spotting scopes are more consistent than the recon plane. The recon plane can be more useful in like big all-in pushes if things are on the move. The spotting scopes are very consistent, just always there helping you get a shot off at different intervals. Speaking of, recon plane coming in. Decent damage to the Zis. In fact, that's a second Werfer. Close range. But again, slightly unlucky on the scatter. Katyusha returning fire, maybe hoping to catch infantry support, and actually destroys the newer Panzerwerfer there. Lucky scatter on the rockets. That Katyusha. Now we've got a Panther backing this up for Xmetal. And King Tiger coming in now, not full on health. And I imagine he's not going to go for much more of a push. Comes a T-34. KV-2 backs out. Maybe T-34 looking for the Panther kill here. This is risky stuff. Oh, SU-85 coming in from the side. Could be the end of the Panther. No, SU-85 misses. And T-34 doesn't get another shot off. Panther limping away. Extremely low. Toyvendor somehow. How did he get the munitions for another set of IL-2s already? I don't know. It's the double munitions control, that's why. SU-85 dueling King Tiger, but the Elephant right there. Tiger pulls back. Elephant might be able to get one more shot in. No. No attack ground. No sight. Right on to the VP. Oh, pretty good damage. 4 models down. And now Purposeless not going to go for another Werfer, going to go for a Panther. As we saw in that last engagement, Minesweepers are going to be necessary if these Panthers want to get aggressive, go hunting for these heavy tanks.
The enemy has destroyed one of our forward installations.
Oh, so is that another base barrage? Yep, another base barrage. Looks like he's got 11 kills. Always hard to tell though when they go for those base barrages because they'll also count medics.
Supply sector under attack.
Range caddy onto the howitzer again. Weapon health on that still very high though, so unlikely to get the kill. Maybe just the decrew. Elephant. Try and get some KV2 hits here. Oh, it looks like maybe the elephant shot the Katyusha back there as it was barraging. And now an attack ground shot from the elephant. Like it took down the repair station, now gets rid of the decrews. Katyusha. Ooh, nice Werfer barrage there. King Tiger coming in behind that, looking to take care of that Zis. Riding around the corner, hoping for engine damage. Oh, the merge keeps the Zis alive a little bit longer, but as we saw earlier, not quite enough damage. King Tiger's still ticking, but in comes second AT gun from the side. King Tiger has to get out now. Oh, Panther dives in, finds the T-70, knocks it out. Now they're kind of going IS-2 hunting, but this looks like a little bit of an extension. No AT grenade though from Toyvendor onto the Panther, big mistake. And both the Panthers get out. T-70 down now though for Toyvendor. Both conscripts get an AT grenade off on the elephant. So now a lot of repairs required, especially for the Axis armor. Oof. Another Werfer barrage almost takes down that maximum for good. And another super long range Katyusha onto the howitzer, which all of a sudden had 24 kills. So it must have got some big hits in the base. 34 chasing down the overs. Ooh, they are lucky to survive that. Stop chasing a tiny bit too soon. And that's King Tiger to deter the chase even further. T-34 a bit too fast for that, can easily outrun him. This mine's down here again for Xmetal to hold on to the VP, slow down Toyvendor, but he brings out the sweepers for it. And come the planes once again for Toyvendor, but a triple cap running at the moment. Axis are very low on VPs, but now ticking fast against the allies. And it seems like the Axis are maybe accumulating a large army right now. A few good wipes. It's going to be engine damage for the King Tiger. Ooh, nearly gets that 7-man conscript behind the sandbags. Very close call. Maybe the Grenadiers can finish the job. Yep. And they do. Tiger's still backing away very slowly though. And there, Elephant finds an angle on the KV2. Could be engine damage here. Looks like it's going to be Faust connecting. And in comes the Panther. Oh, everything connects. KV2 goes down. Hoorah in. And now the Panther in a bit of trouble. King Tiger's dead as well. No. Just too wounded to come into the fight. Alright. At least they get the Panther in return for that KV2 kill. Allies also capping on the far VP. Putting the drain back on the Axis. Especially Xmetal a little bit light on the infantry. Looks like Purposeless kind of transitioning out of infantry into tanks. He's going to have a lot of them. Might need another squad of pioneers to repair a fleet this large. In fact, I don't think he can squeeze that into his army. Probably is 14, right?
Our opponents are seizing
Yeah,
the sector.
so he can't quite get a Brombeer. Not much he can get, maybe a second AT gun. Another squad of infantry. Caddy barrage into the howitzer region. And this is already up to 7 kills again. Man, he's been getting some good hits on those base howitzer shots. Katyusha into the middle. He's holding their position though. Really wants to get that cap off. In comes another squad tag team. Cap continues. Oh, King Tiger going hunting. Maybe gonna pop the blitz here. T-34 stops for a second though. And King Tiger switches its focus towards the Zis. This gets destroyed by the King Tiger close range there. Axis also getting control of the far VP, and now this one. And a bit of a maneuver come around the corner with the Panther Elephant combo. IS-2 could be in a bit of trouble here. T-34-85 already very low. I didn't even notice he had one of those yet. So big damage in. Recon plane has run out though for Purposeless. Too very low. He's not going to chase in, maybe worried about mines. There's no supporting infantry for these two tanks. I'm going to roll the dice. And here comes the Brombeer now. He won't be able to reinforce his army anymore. And yeah, this is a lot of tanks to have to repair. Speaking of, Panther takes engine damage there. Werfer coming in, maybe targeting this AT gun. Not really, kind of targeting the SU-85. Panther, fresh Panther. Also getting a shot in. The last, no. What happened to that AT grenade? Must have bugged out, didn't do any damage. Double conscripts winning the engagement for the far VP. The fruit dude struggling a little bit for manpower right now. Can't get himself another KV2 quite yet. Here comes the Panther IS-2. A lot of AT guns are here. So is the SU-85. Panther diving in. It's a suicidal charge. Seems unlikely to work. And there it goes. That was a bit of a throw from Xmetal, I'm not going to lie. But while the AT guns are turned around, King Tiger trying to get some hits in, try and clear out these AT guns. King Tiger 66 kills now, has been stacking those infantry kills. Nearly Vet 4. As this gets decrewed, King Tiger hiding behind the building from this AT gun. T-34 threatening to come in on the flank, but maybe he got spotted by the recon plane. So he pulled back with it a little. Oh no, T-34 coming in for the flank, bounces that first shot, must have been frontal armor shot. T-34. Oh, this squad's got a Shrek though. And he doesn't quite get the block on the King Tiger. And that looks like it's going to be a dead T-34. Goes for a suicidal ram. Bit of extra damage onto the stern. The boom bear. And the engine critical as well. A little bit lucky with that.
Reconnaissance Stuka, fueled and ready to fly. The enemy is taking our territory.
The base Howie barrage. This time targeting a little bit deeper maybe. Going after Pineapple the fruit dude. Yep, finally causing another KV2. Just to accumulate the manpower, but in the meantime he did lose quite a lot of his infantry forces. He lost a Zis and a conscript. Artillery going after the howitzer. Gets the decoy on it again, but weapon health still pretty high. Unlikely to get the kill. Ooh, recon plane spots for the elephant. Slams home a shot on the SU-85. And another Katyusha targeting the howitzer region. Oh, an aggressive maneuver here going after the elephant, but he's backed up by a pack. And this could be the end of the IS-2. The elephant takes care of him there. T-34-85 trying to come in on the flank, but that also fails. Oh, that was bad from Toyvendor. The support was there for Purposeless, and that just backfired horrendously. Right at the same time he gets a fresh T-34-85. Though he did have quite a lot in floats, he's not too far away from another IS-2 already. Maybe not the end of the world. This elephant, it's nasty now, up to Vet 3 already. Target weak point becomes really scary with that now as well. Vet 4 King Tiger marching forwards. Oh, and this time changing tactics for Xmetal, not going for another Panther, going to go for a Jagdpanzer. Whoa, what happened there? I guess the elephant somehow got a shot off. And the T-34-85 goes down. Panther maybe didn't have sight, so close to the Katyusha. And now Jagdpanzer going for a heroic charge. I mean, I thought he was going for a change of tactics compared to what he's doing with the Panther, but also just charging that one straight down the center, going after the KV2, but that survives. And the Jagdpanzer goes down. Ooh, exposes the rear. This gets just decrewed and now maybe destroyed. SU-85. Does this dish it out to the Panther though in the meantime? King Tiger getting aggressive, but that KV is pulled all the way back to base. Oh, mine, freshly built mine. Tiger with engine damage now. This could be a moment for the SU-85 to pounce. Is this going for some attack ground shots? But too much wreckage. Not getting any hits in. What was that? Predictive grenade. Expecting conscripts to go for an AT grenade. Okay, IS-2 back on the field. Fresh one. But not going for the chase down with the SU-85. Maybe he didn't notice. I thought he did notice because he's going for the attack grounds with the AT gun. Now the IS-2 finds it. Oh, and main gun crits it. Vet 3 pack coming across to assist. Sits up not quite in the right direction though. And this looks like the end of the King Tiger. Pretty good run, penetrating 3 times in a row. Here comes the Elephant getting some shots in though on the IS-2, but it's too late. Maybe the Panther could go in. Oh, I think he still needs 2 shots on the IS-2 to kill it. Maybe the Su-85 might go down. Panther blitzing in. No squads nearby for the snare. Panther misses the killing blow. That was very unfortunate. Now the Panther in trouble already. Smokes out. And the attack ground shot misses. It's a target in the base once again. Takes us down to 67. The Allies also getting a little bit low. It's hard to say. Take a look at army sizes. Pretty similar. Xmetal quite low now after losing that King Tiger and the Jagdpanzer in quick succession, but not too far away from his next big boy. A few resources in the bank. So Allies with roughly 10 pop cap advantage right now. Taking the Werfer here. Could he get it? Vet 3 Werfer. No dodge. Oh, just a light graze will take it down now, but that's not enough. Was that all the volleys from the Katyusha? Or did he cancel that one shot? Often just pummeling at the moment. My tanks are cowering in fear. That's one thing the Axis haven't really done, or that I've seen at least, is plant a lot of mines. So the Elephant in a position this far forward is vulnerable to a flank. They do have a few AT guns lying around. Those flanks a little bit more tricky. Oh, and now a bunker from Purposeless on the VPs. Pretty much has pop cap. Can't really spend it on anything, so bunkers are a good choice right now. Wars. Once again, I think this is just a bad strategy, trying to Katyusha, long-range Katyusha barrage a howitzer. Can't expect to kill it. You can maybe decrew it, but unless they just never find the time to repair it, which seems unlikely in a game like this. Oh, action. IS-2. Got very aggressive with it here. Xmetal needs to bring the squad along for the Faust. A little bit late on the chase down. But they're still getting a few nice hits in though. No, he does get in range. He's going to take engine damage. That could be trouble. Recon plane up in the air. Elephant coming around the corner. Finds the Su-85. Knocks that out. Now could have eyes for the IS-2. Finds the Caddy. IS-2 in trouble. Here we go. IS-2 goes down to the Elephant. And that was a complete disaster for Toyvendor. He lost all of his tanks right there. And not really much to salvage the situation with either. Oh, T-34, what is he doing? Feels like a little bit of a throw from Pineapple to Fruit Dude, just charging it at the howitzer, trying to get the kill, and he almost did, but he did not. It's not like that good of a trade either, trading a T-34 for a howitzer. It's like maybe like 100 manpower in your favor, basically. Given the amount of risk, I don't think that's a terribly good idea. can be a bunker busting. Resist busting in this case. A lot of damage onto them there. Oh, Katyusha. Got pretty good evasion there from Purposeless, dodging either side. Tiger coming down the middle, 63 VPs left for the Axis. We can't let this one slip away after that last incredible engagement. They're so far ahead right now. Can't let themselves drain out on VPs. There we go, Elephant connecting with the KV, forcing it off. But the Allies, they do have quite a few AT guns. That's where base howitzer barrages come in handy. You know, you try and come back here to reinforce and heal, and then you just get blasted in your base as you try and do that. Medium worth of barrage. 51 kills on that now, though. That's been performing well.
The squad of pioneers has arrived.
Going to destroy the decruisers up there. Is this project actually decrewing the stolen Soviet mortar? Interesting. Ooh, I think he's charging in there for the Faust. Ends up going down to the mine.
We have a new T-34 standing by.
At some stage though, Pineapple Fruit to put down a munitions cache can be helpful for avoiding those repair stations. Maximum IL-2s. Some S-mines down, but conscripts coming either side of them. For the most part. Ooh, could be a wipe. Conscripts chasing.
They are now at 100 points.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, recon plane up in the air. Elephant getting aggressive behind that. And this is what I was talking about, why sometimes the recon plane can be better, because you can see where everything is, while you know you can go for these aggressive chase down maneuvers and know that you're safe, know that there's no support units nearby that could potentially harm your Elephant and catch you out from pushing that far forwards. The VP war seems to be very hotly contested right now. Both teams under 100, very, very close. Another bunker busting barrage. Just very low on health. Didn't get into the VP to stall the capture there though. Mistake from Purposeless. Going for the Zis kill. There's the Elephant still on the other side of the map. The Panther blitzing in, going after the SRA-5. It's on focus sight mode, allowing the Elephant a very easy path to get the flank off here. And nothing in support. Zis coming across now, but too late. Panther just needs to make sure it's stationary for the next shot, so it doesn't have that moving accuracy penalty.
We have lost one of our armored vehicles.
And while that was going on, Purposeless lost a Pio. Get any damage done with the Brumbier either. And now the Axis are on the drain. Oh, T-34 trying to do some heroic stuff. But there's a Pack 43 back there as well. 43 changing directions. Too late to hit the KV-2 though. And that makes it away. And the Axis are now capping again down to 34, 33.
Heavy armor has been lost.
What? How? It just went down to the AT gun that was over here. Why did he not just back it up this direction? Why did he bring it across this way? I guess maybe he's trying to back it away this way. This is just such a safer direction to get to repair station, I don't know. Alright, well, there we go. King Tiger goes down. I was not expecting that at all, and that evens things out quite a bit. Especially when the Axis have quite a lot invested into anti-tank. You know, the Panther not that good against infantry. Often can't do much. Maybe the Allies can sneak a VP win here. But this is a slightly more reasonable choice. Going for a Katyusha barrage. Pack 43, and there we go, finally triggering a few of those mines that were down on this flank. P4. Oh, and KV2 is going to go hunting. Going to try and finish him off. Werfer. This is some daring stuff. Was that a misclick? It must have been. Oof. Oh, here comes the KV2. Looking for the finish. Bounces. Even if it bounces, I think it'll kill the next hit. Pack 43 changing direction though. Oh boy. KV2 could be in trouble. No, it's not quite enough health. Look at that. And the Pack 43 slams home the kill. Now he's going to go in with the Panzer IV. T-34. After the Panzer IV. Yeah, he secures the kill. Out of control. Out of control. Oh, but he misses one out of control. And then the ram. And he takes out the Victory Werfer. Oh, man. What a sequence. Piece of drain against the Allies, but here comes a wave of conscripts into the middle with only the Elephant there to defend and just about no anti-infantry right now. They've got this well defended, a lot of bunkers. But at the moment the centre is an issue for the Axis. Post get in there and install the cap just in the nick of time, but the double AT guns, are they going to finish the job? They do! Some lucky penetrations all in a row, and the Elephant goes down.
You are showing weakness. We are down to 75 points.
Tried to go for the recrew on the Werfer. Ooh, Pack 43 gets some revenge. 85 goes down. Yeah, what's this Panther up to? So we're going Katyusha hunting. It's risky given how many mines we've seen around. We've got a lot of AT guns here now as well. No. Just trying to get the decro on this. And he might even be successful. T-grenade finishes off the low health Werfer. Panther just pulls back coming the way it came from. There we go. Katyusha might be in range of the Pack 43 for some return fire here though. Brought it quite far forwards. Nope. Decrewed. And this is a desperation move here. Purposeless brings in the command tank to try and hold the line here. Oh, is that a bunker buster? No, howitzer fire. This time not in the base. And I got the decro on that Zis. Oh, and the kill on that Zis even. That's big. Command tank already out of action. The main gun crit didn't take long. Oh, and Pineapple switching tactics here, going for a KV8. These things used to be really good against buildings, but not really the case anymore, so I'm not 100% sold on this KV8 pick. Barrage gets the decrew, but the Pack 43 is still alive. And Allies going to cap in the center, 33 versus 70. This is a close one. He went for another Panther. Very confusing choice here from Purposeless. Looks like the damage over time is still pretty decent from KV8 on them. Just not the direct damage from the gun. Okay, here comes the Panther.
structure
But
under
2
attack.
bunkers cleared out. Might open up the cap for the allies on that far flank. It's coming down the center, but a close range caddy softens them up. And might even get the wipe here. Oh, very, very close.
Our territory.
Here we go. Double Panthers chasing down the KV-8, but the allies going for the VPs. KV-8's going to go down. Panther needs to switch its focus to the units in the VP now. Not fast enough to go chasing. This one is. It's coming in. Is this turning around? It's one shot in. Panther. Oh, finds the T-34, but not the KV-8 yet. But maybe he's going to get the KV-8 now. Here we go, out of control. And here we go, a King Tiger coming in from Xmetal. But it's too late. Should have got something out a little bit earlier. Axis drain out there. Oh man. I thought it was over, you know, after the Elephant came through and Rampage took down all 3 of Toyvendor's vehicles. I thought that was the game, but Axis got a little bit sloppy there. Some poor build choices right at the end of the game, going for another Panther. Maybe the command tank, I'm not 100% on that. Xmetal trying to save for a King Tiger during a heated capping war right in the last like 30 VPs. Oh. But GG, good. I mean, good on the allies there for sticking in that one. Because I thought that one was over. I'll wrap on that, guys. If you like good game to be cast by me, details in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye, and good luck.